How's it going? For those of you that don't know, my name is Abigail and this is my channel. Today I am going to be doing a music Q&A. I took all of the questions for this music Q&A off of a text post on Tumblr. I will list the questions below, so if you decide you wanna, for whatever reason, do one, you can. Let's jump into it, shall we? So the first question is, what is your favorite album opening track? And people who know me are gonna watch this and they're gonna judge me and they're gonna say that I only think this because it's my favorite band, but there's a reason they're my favorite band. My favorite opening track to an album is the 1975, but not from the first album, but from I Like It When You Sleep, For You Are So Beautiful Yet So Unaware of It. I don't know, there's something about like the build up and then when it like hits and the vocals, and I just remember sitting in the listening party with my friends and when we heard it the first time and we all just like looked at each other like, oh my gosh. It's honestly magical. I love it. I think it totally sets the mood for the whole album and the way it transitions into Love Me. I really like it. What is your favorite closing track on an album? My favorite closing track on an album is She Changes the Weather by Swim Deep. It's on the album Where the Heaven Are We, which, no offense, but I think it's one of the best albums ever. I think it's amazing. Makes my heart swell. Again, that song has a lot of nostalgia for me, but also I think it's an awesome way to end the album. The song itself is like, you listen to it and you're just like, oh my gosh, my heart is like swelling with happiness right now. What album do you think is underrated? It only came out this year, but I haven't seen any buzz about it or any really talk about it. I think the most underrated album, in my opinion, is Dawn by Rye X. The album is very similar to something by Bon Iver. I was actually playing him in the car. He has a song called Haste. I was playing him in the car and my mom was like, is this Bon Iver? And I'm like, no. Like, they don't sound that much alike, but there is very similar qualities. And he's awesome. He's super talented. I love that album. It's a very mellow, kind of cool, chill album. But yeah. What is the most overrated album? I'm ready to have knives thrown at me for saying this. I think the most overrated album is Blurryface by 21 Pilots. I really do genuinely like 21 Pilots. I think they're talented. But Vessel, I think, was a much better album. I think it was put together better. I love the all-around sound of Vessel a lot better than I love Blurryface, and I just feel like there was so much hype and it was kind of a letdown for me, in my opinion. I don't know if anyone feels that way, but that's just my opinion. I'm sorry, don't kill me. I still love Vessel. It's good. Ooh. What is a band that you would like to see live? For myself, a band I've always wanted to see live, and it's weird that I haven't seen them yet because I have been a fan for such a long time. Ever since I think I was in the 8th grade, and I'm 20 now. In the 8th grade I was 13, so like 7 years of my life I've been a fan of them. But Paramore, it's always happened where they've come to Vancouver or they've been in a city near me and there's something stopping me from being able to go, and it's just like so frustrating. Because when I was in high school, and I still do, I admired Hayley Williams so much. I admired her individuality and her talent, and I feel like if I were to see her live I would just like melt. Well, Paramore as a whole, which is now just Hayley and Taylor, but we don't talk about that. But just to see Paramore live, like the original band, would be, that would be amazing. I would love that so much. Do you prefer studio or live performances? I think that depends on what the context is. For myself, I prefer, if I'm gonna listen to like something in my headphones, I would want to hear like a studio version of a song versus a live version, because I feel like you can hear all the different layers to the song and like you can really experience the production of it. But if it's like a recorded like live performance, but it's like recorded in a studio but it's still a live performance, I really like that. That was kind of a weird question. For myself, I like to experience live performances, but I really do genuinely just love studio like productions because you just really get to experience the whole shebang. The next question is, do you think the Beatles are overrated? Absolutely not. I think that the Beatles were incredibly talented and they paved the way for a lot of musicians, and while a lot of people look at them like they're just a boy band from the 60s or whatever, they are the world's biggest boy band, and they did what bands today are doing without any social media platform, and I think that's really impressive, and there's a reason that they were like a world sensation. And for myself, even though I don't listen to the Beatles like regularly or very often at all, there's a bit of nostalgia there because my grandfather met them and he knew them kind of and was the first Canadian to actually ever interview the Beatles, which is really cool. It's a fun little fact. But no, I don't think they're overrated. I definitely like made that the longest answer possible, but not overrated. If you could hear any band cover any song by any artist, what would it be? This is so basic and people, again, mock me if you would like, but one of my all-time favorite songs that I've ever listened to in my whole life is Dark Roman Wine by Snow Patrol. Snow Patrol is one of the bands that my parents introduced me to as a younger kid, and I grew up and I developed a love for them on my own, and so Dark Roman Wine is a fairly underrated song by them, I think, and I would actually love to hear that song covered by the 1975. The 1975 is really good at making songs their own, and I would be interested to hear how they can change that song from a very Snow Patrol sound to like their sound. So if you want to look it up, it's Dark Roman Wine by Snow Patrol. It's a beautiful song. It's like tears on my heartstrings. Have you ever been to any concerts? In all honesty, I've been to so many concerts I don't know how many I've been to. So somewhere near 40-ish. Probably more. I've been going to concerts since I was 7 years old, so it's yeah, I don't know. Do you pay more attention to lyrics or the rhythm of a song? For myself, when I hear a song, the first thing you experience is the rhythm and the vibe and just like the production of it, and that's what plays a big role for me. However, if a song has like these nasty ass lyrics like that are talking about like dehumanizing a woman, I'm not gonna listen to it because that's not what I'm about. However, the 1975 is my favorite band, and they sometimes sing about things that don't resonate with me, like for example If I Believe You and songs like that, where it's kind of like about his experience, Maddie's experience with religion and whatnot. I don't relate to those things, but I'm still gonna love it, and I'm gonna love the way that the song is put together and built. But I think it's pretty on par for myself, like what plays a bigger role, but I don't know. Who is your favorite lyricist? My favorite lyricist is probably Amy Winehouse, or Matty Healy. He's pretty far up there, not just because I'm garbage for his band. I just think he's a bit of a genius, a little bit of a genius, but Amy Winehouse is definitely my other favorite lyricist. Favorite decade of music? I mean, the decade that isn't the present one that I find myself listening to most is 80s, so I guess I would say 80s. Glam rock is really big, and I really like that, like 70s and 80s probably. What is the happiest song that you can think of? Probably Junk of the Heart by the Kooks. Really upbeat and super happy, and you just listen to it and you're like, wow, sunshine and summer, this is what this song makes me think of. What's the saddest song that you know? I know it's Over by the Smiths. Yeah, that's a pretty depressing song. Do you like classical music? I'm actually indifferent to classical music. I don't listen to it, but I don't not listen to it. And if someone plays it, I'm not gonna be like, ugh, turn this off. Favorite album artwork? I'm a really big fan of the Glitterbug by the Wombats album artwork. Like, I love the city lights and the silhouette of the girl and all that stuff, so. What is a song that makes you feel happy when you listen to it? Violet or Sula, one of those two songs by Hippocampus. Those make me think of my best friend. So I hear them and I'm like, oh, Chloe. But I also just love Hippocampus, so yeah, no, there's that. What song do you wake up to in the morning? My alarm is currently I Love You So Bad by Lainey, and it's getting annoying, so I need to change that. What song do you use to go to sleep? When I'm going to sleep, I typically play, like, I have a playlist, but if I'm gonna listen to like an album or a single song, it's something off the Pools to Bathe in EP by the Japanese House. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, comment, like, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much. Have a good one. Bye!